Hello, beautiful Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading. Let's see what's coming your way. We're going to start out with a coffee cup, and this is going to be for money, career, finances, the material stuff that is coming your way. And by the way, if you like more insight, don't forget to go ahead and check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. And if you would like to support the channel and you're enjoying these videos, go ahead, hit subscribe and like this video, and that will be an amazing help. Okay, what's happening here? 1, 2, 3 tears of joy. These are actually connected to each other. Within a week, I see there's like 3 other good things happening. And then the second week, it seems like as the timeline goes, there are 3 other things happening. These are outside your comfort zone. And I feel like these are things affecting you first and then maybe even expanding you outside your comfort zone. Maybe you need to do something differently. And this can also be in an emotional sense. You are going to get outside of your comfort zone. I don't know if you ever heard of someone called Tony Robbins, and I was listening to one of his videos. I see a crescent moon right here. Let me point that out as well. Crescent moon symbolizes a legal accomplishment. It is a symbol of the government, the structure, the existence of the institution. So it can also be like this institution, maybe you're dealing with an institution right now and them giving you approval about something. And the Tony Robbins, he was actually saying that certainty, creating certainty in your life is very important if you want to achieve something. So this can be about maybe you're going through exams, or you're going through a system now that you're demanding something from the government, which is maybe like an additional payment of pensions or something like that. It can be. It seems like here you might receive 2 good news about it. Or if this is an authority that you want to become a part of, you want approval from, seems like gradually though, it's like in 2 different pieces it's going to come. And this can really take you outside your comfort zone, which I interpret this as maybe even a visa for travel or working permit if you want to travel somewhere else. Or it can be like a permit to do some work or work in that space, or simply getting the help that you need. Okay, this can be financial help, this can be physical help. And actually this morning I was listening to, I know this is so not really my area, but I went to doctors. Yes, I'm feeling a little sore throat I have. And in there, I was listening to on TV on the back, it was speaking about like assisting the people, they need physical help and stuff. And I thought that's also saving money. Like if you can get, I don't know if you have a government that can do that, but maybe if you need that kind of a help and when you apply, they're going to get approved that, it can be something about it. And also like if the families can apply for their loved ones as well. Maybe you have a loved one, they need this kind of a support, that can be getting approved too. It was playing on the background, so I think some things that I hear actually there's a message for somebody else there. That's why I speak them too, because it was really loud. And I was playing on the background about like a grandfather who needs help, like in-house care. And the thing is, we have a chunk of money showing up here. So this can also be a contract that you're maybe signing with a grandfather. It's just giving you, like you're giving them the physical help and they're giving you their inheritance. It can be something like that, because this is a big bag of money here. And there's also a tuning fork on top of it. Kind of looks like a reversed A, A-L, or double A, A-R, Ari, Arnold, can be in someone's first name or the last name. When we flip it, it looks like 2 tuning forks. Kind of looks like W as well, William, or a win for you. Another thing, maybe this is the field that you're working on. It can be like something big happening for you. When we look at the first 2 weeks, again, the same timeline, this is all conversational things. You see those bubbles? These are all like conversations, the ideas getting thrown, and like somebody's picking up. Some of them are getting rejected, maybe. Can be a brainstorming session that you're going to have, but eventually there's a ship here that you're forming. We have a massive phoenix on the tail of the ship. A phoenix indicates like a rebirth, basically getting birth from the ashes. Something is burning down, but something new is coming forward. And this has been already done. The bird is alive right there on the tip of the ship. So some things maybe happened in a way that wasn't favorable for you, that wasn't really smooth. However, it seems like this created this ship that you prepared and hitting the road, okay? The ship can be a project, can be a file, can be file that you collected paperwork. It can be a literal travel that maybe you're packing and leaving to another higher, a country that has higher life circumstances maybe. We have Five of Swords here. Five of Swords can symbolize, I'm going to look at the story here because these are all legends, can symbolize maybe someone actually doing everything in their power to win without considering how it is going to affect anyone else, okay? So, this sounds like some governments to me. Anyways, the Five of Swords represents, this is the Egyptian mythology, Osiris, Set, and Isis we look at. And this is a fight won through deceit. Set overthrows his brother Osiris and seen gloating over his brother's inconsolable wife, Isis. While Set represents a tyrant of a victor, Isis is a combatant who will eventually bring about Set's defeat. Surrender, betrayal, bullying, and violent crime. So, okay. I feel like this Phoenix is, if you are in this situation, the Phoenix is your rebirth. You are diffusing the situation, maybe even walking away from that, okay? Maybe saving yourself from that kind of a situation that you are dealing with someone deceitful, doing things not in a very clever way. But High Priestess shows that you are very knowledgeable and you have a high logic. This is actually not exactly the Phoenix, but we have, I think, Griffin, something like that here. So it seems like you're finding a way. It's a Griffin, exactly, from Persian mythology. So you're finding a noble, intelligent way to get yourself out of that situation. The ship is your device, your carriage to get you out of there. I see two legal papers, and I interpret this as like in a general sense, because like the government, because I sometimes tend to watch the news, but this can also be maybe a place that you're working at right now, which has a lot of drama happening. A lot of deceitful people trying to steal your work, take credit for what you're doing. Seems like, though, there's a better way out of it. This can be physically, maybe in the literal sense, crescent moon above her head, finding a better place for yourself, or like with your knowledge, upgrading to a higher king status, so you don't need to deal with that lower energies, okay? This can be like a promotion coming for some of you. The two legal papers can indicate that. And you can see here the mountain is actually, you're going to downward slope, so you are not climbing any hardship here. It is going to get easier. Phone lines are forming, so if there's anyone that you need to call, go ahead and call them up, and they can really be helpful in the situation to you, or maybe get advice from someone. I see again a tuning fork here. I see two of them right there. There are two pathways opening outside of your comfort zone. I feel like there's a retuning happening in the environment. So this can indicate, I'm giving the example of like a company and stuff. Maybe there are some people they need to let go. They have been in that space undetected for a while, and it can be happening in a very brutal way. Maybe you might be feeling the fear of that, but it seems like it's not really affecting you. It might even elevate yourself, okay, your status. Another thing I see here, there's person right there, and he's carrying a giraffe on his back. You can see the masculine energy. Number 8 kind of forming here reminds me of the squash as well. It can turn into a sweet dessert, or it can turn into a soup or like a salty something if you ever cooked squash. So I feel like here, amazing resource in your hands coming to you, and you can do anything with it. It can be money coming in a certain way that you can do anything. It can, or like a status or a symbol, something coming into your life that you can do a lot of things with it, okay? The giraffe that you're holding in your hand right there tells me you're not going to spend it on a temporary thing, because giraffe symbolizes long-term vision, that you will form a long-term vision, or you're going to plan something for the long term, or you already have that vision, and this is the resource that you need coming into for you to use. Another thing I see, there's a chunk of money also that you're sending. This is an extra thing. This can be an electronic thing. This can be a connection, the squash. This can be a formula of something, like filling out a certain paperwork, okay? Because sometimes money cannot buy those kind of things. They arrive like mentally as an inspiration, and then when you utilize them, they will be much more helpful. Okay, another thing I see here is a tail of a whale right there. I told you there's like a letter A and a tail here. A can be the tail, whale can symbolize someone wealthy, abundant, resourceful. I feel like a little bit King of Cups energy. Also someone gentle with a good heart. And this whale, there's a person right there also. Coming in maybe towards the end of the month. This can be someone you already know, but you maybe never discussed this kind of issues. And it seems like they also have a connection for you right there. Okay. And they are coming up with new ideas, but I also see here the nose, the chin, a triangle hat right there. Someone who's young kind of reminds me this person right here. This is the Fool, Libra energy. Not exactly, but kind of like the chin up. So someone who's setting off to a new adventure after this person arrives. This can be your new beginning, by the way. Maybe you're going to take a break from things, or this is going to be your new break of, okay, now I can do this and that. Like when your investments or your ideas are growing, you can take the money out of it and use that. Another thing here, there's like a child above this person. So you might be also helping children or your younger people than you, working with them or aiding with them or helping them. It can be something that like that. But you're touching here. There's a touch. I see the hats are touching. Can also be brainstorming with younger generations to get their ideas, pick their brains, because they have a totally different view. I have a daughter, and like they don't see the world like I see. These completely different type of thinking they have, because they grow up in technology. I didn't. The technology was something new when I was growing up. So like the computer technology. So let's get to your saucer now. If you have a specific question, desire, and intention, hold it in your mind. Let's see. Phoenix, by the way, it's a fire. A creature, I feel, and you're a fire creature as well. So this can be your rebirth time. Maybe there is something that you're holding on to, and I feel like this is a negative thing that you're holding on to. Okay, your desire coming really fast, and there's a second desire. I feel like there's a bird right there. The second desire can be related to a victory, a news of victory, and that's coming forward, but it has some time. Number 6 indicates unconditional love. So, like I said, you're the fire. You are maybe avoiding to set something in fire because maybe you are trying to protect somebody else's establishment in the sense somebody else's power, because you don't want to shine too bright to lower their light. But this might also require rebuilding yourself, and we have actually Aries, full moon in Aries. So it is a time for you. Aries is a burning fire as well. A time for you to burn all those things in a way that doesn't work for you, that doesn't serve you, ideas, thoughts, beliefs, or maybe if you are sensitive to criticism, understanding that some of it are actually destructive and not really for your own good. People throw those kind of things to you to actually lower your light. Okay, so that can be the thing that you should be burning this time. And number 6 is unconditional love, and your desire, the second thing with the bird on it, is actually going to bring some tears of joy. There's a person here, a woman wearing a long hat, like a hair tie around her head. This can be symbolizing someone wise who has wisdom, can be advising you. Number 6 here, there are 2 people hugging, and there's also a person with a club right there. You might be saying goodbye to someone. That can be the energy too. Maybe someone that you have been accommodating for a while. The ship again arrives here, and maybe you're saying goodbye to this person, and this is out of unconditional love. Maybe you have been carrying someone financially on your back, and which is not really your job to do. And sometimes when you give it away to those that are not really your responsibility, that can really lower your energy. Money is energy, so it can lower your budget as well, like it's shrink your budget. So that's why I feel like there's a defender gate coming here, someone with the club, and the club is your tool. So wand, this is your fire, that inner protector of you maybe just coming to the surface, okay, after you say goodbye to this character. Another thing here, again, younger page coming with a club, the tears of joy. So towards maybe even end of the month, you might get an inspiration, something new that you will follow up, which will bring a success to you, which will maybe start to show you that there is sunshine, there's some things that you desire, you're worthy, and they're going to start to spark, okay? Let's see what the tarot has to tell this time. Okay, 4 of Cups is 3 of Cups. Very good energy. 8 of Wands on the bottom. So you might be dealing with something. Maybe something was tying you down for a while now. And that was maybe some things that you haven't accomplished yet. You kept feeling the disappointment, or some things didn't really show up the way you wanted. You might be feeling the disappointment for that, but it seems like the things are turning around, because 3 of Cups is celebration. This can be a graduation, promotion, upgrade, like coming together with your loved ones and celebrating that. And I feel like after that, you might even get 8 of Wands energy right there, like another opportunity showing back to back. And the thing is, this can be coming as an advice as well. If you're feeling disappointed, if you're feeling like you didn't receive what you desired, and you're maybe like feeling a little bit pessimistic because of that, the 3 of Cups can be indicative of go ahead out there and raise your energy. Celebrate the things before they show up, because it seems like with the 8 of Wands, they are showing up. They're showing up with the best way possible. Okay, we're gonna get the clarifiers to see what this is too. We have Queen of Coins. I feel like that's it. Opportunities are going to come with a lot of resources. Resources are going to be your tool to use in the situation in order to upgrade your life. 8 of Coins is coming with that. I feel here resources are not going to be only financial things. It might come in as information. Like I said, filling out a form. I keep giving this information, this example, because back in the day, it was one of the most important things to fill out a form correctly for me in order to get something that I desire. Okay. So like, for example, it's a scholarship form. When you go to university, or when you want a grant for a project, if you don't fill those out in a correct way, you cannot get it, which is, yes, if I have the lottery, that will be better. But if I'm working on a project and there's something available to it, solid, that I can actually get higher percentage than the lottery, that's a better thing to know, how to fill out that paperwork. And that's why it is coming to you to tell you, just look into it, okay? Look into it. And you're the King of Wands. Again, the Griffin shows up here. It tells you, no, this is Phoenix. This is Phoenix. Yes. So burn the past, whatever the experience that you had in the past. Do not dwell on it anymore, because the thing that you desire, the resources are coming in, and if you utilize them correctly, you're going to achieve the things that you're desiring. 10 of Swords coming forward here to show us some things are coming to an end. And this can be something that you're already knowing. And because 10 of Swords comes after 9 of Swords, I feel like this can be something that you're afraid of already. And, oh, it's going to end. It's not going to come anymore. And it seems like it might be coming to an end. But this is for the good, because it seems like there's something better waiting for you behind that door, okay? When you walk away from it, 3 of Coins can be excellent work, receiving recognition. It can be the help that you need coming forward. 4 of Swords, again, showed up here, even though I shuffled it, that after you receive the help, you might need to take a break. Break doesn't mean that quitting your job or just like sitting and doing nothing. This feels like here your mind might be tired, and this can be even a half an hour meditation that you need to do in contemplation, okay? To relax your mind, first of all. And second of all, maybe think about not the problem, but what's the underlying situation, okay? It can be indicative of that. Fourth, we have Ace of Cups, something that will be emotionally fulfilling coming your way. This is something new with the Ace of Coins. Okay, this is beautiful. Not only emotionally fulfilling, this is going to be also financial expansion. And the Hierophant tells me this might even put you in a position of authority. You're going to be making decisions, guys. You're going to be the decision maker in the situation. Okay, I love that for you. Let's get the clarifiers here. This events that's celebrating is 10 of Cups. This can be even finding an environment that feels like family, supports you fully if you're looking for a job, or this can be if you're in need of financial help, material help, the place that you're going to go, the opportunities show up in a space that they will embrace you like family and celebrate your existence being there. With the King of Wands, we have the Page of Swords. I don't do reverse readings, but this can be also showing us, because under it we have the King of Swords upright. So maybe you're hesitant about a decision or speaking your word, or even though you have the resources, you have the knowledge, maybe you are feeling like you're inexperienced. But under it, we have the King of Swords. This is basically telling me you know it all. You know very well. Do not doubt yourself, even though you come across with like the Five of Swords we got, like some deceitful people maybe telling you you don't know anything. Seems like you know better than a lot of them. So speak your word and also take the action that is necessary. 10 of Swords is a good thing, because I feel like here's something that doesn't work for you. Maybe you're paying something that you don't recognize yet. Okay, you have a membership to something that you have been paying for a while now, and you realize that it's not really bringing you anything. So it can be the ending of that. Maybe you're gonna feel the despair because, oh, I paid this long and it's not gonna give me anything, or it's coming to an end. It can create that kind of like sadness, but I feel like you're not going to dwell on that too much, because Nine of Pentacles tells me there's a much better opportunity showing up. Eight of Wands again. So this can be timeline wise within the 4th week, or maybe following that, but it seems like this ending is going to bring a new beginning. You might even start the Ace of Cups, something that will be really fulfilling emotionally, a job, a new opportunity coming your way. And this will bring money as well, but also you're going to feel happy and you're going to have authority. This is something maybe you know, or even though you don't know, it's like you're natural with it. Okay. For example, I am an artist, and when somebody gives me an art project, I don't even think about it. Just my hands just do the things. I just draw it, I sketch it, and it comes out good. Compared to like a creative, I have creativity like that. So it is something that you're natural. You're not going to even think about it. You're going to become immediately the authority of it. And Eight of Wands is telling me this is going to be a positive thing, and it might even bring a lot of different opportunities and chances. Good luck with it. Let's see your crystal. And we're getting some help from the crystals this time. Oh, I have here an orange one. This is Strine Spirit Quartz. Strine is, I have here, actually not the Spirit Quartz, but the regular one, is the stone of wealth, abundance, and the money. And the Strine, intentional self-awareness and discernment, it just actually brings into your life. A centered and empowered stone, this can actually take, asks that you take command over your life. Strine Spirit Quartz enhances your sense of self-awareness, dissolving apprehension and self-doubt to clear the way for more confidence in your life, no matter what material things you may or may not possess. It is highly focused on excellent stone for planning and goals. So, can be useful for you. You can take a screenshot of it because the writer actually infused that with the energy. This can help you focus your energy on the things that you desire, and can inspire you to the right action to get them, okay? Let's pull your oracle. Wishing Well. Again, here, Wishing Well has like a gold on top of it. This kind of looks like gold as well. Gold is extremely powerful energy. So during this timeline, you might actually get some your wish fulfillment. Wandering Circus, again, I feel like this is actually pushing us towards this direction. You're going to, something is manifesting your heart's desire, something beautiful is coming your way. And Wandering Circus tells me that this is going to be your own show. You're going to be running the show. This is like 48 and 15, 12 and 6 it makes, which is, you're going to start with maybe a big project and divide it into half, but that half is going to be yours. It can be something like fully maybe at work, a new department is opening up and you're becoming like the first or the second in command. Okay, you are running your own thing over there. It can be even like a business that you want to launch. Something, the support is coming, the wish is fulfilled. Your affirmation for this time, we have, it's okay. You're not supposed to be doing anything right now, right? This is actually Four of Swords energy here. If you're feeling like, oh, I have to do something, which is also that suppressor in our minds that keeps us telling that we're not free. Okay, so that causes everything that you touch actually wither, because this is not coming from your own spirit, it's coming from the forces that are pushing you around. So if you're feeling like I'm not going to do anything, like I said, take a break, take a half an hour break, go take a half an hour nap, but then do the things that you want to do, how you want to do it. Even if you have to do something, do it how you want to do. Like I said, there is actually, you have a lot of artistic like a power here. Even if you're working with numbers, it doesn't matter. Your skill is going to actually put you in a very expert, like a higher position right away. Okay. And doing isn't always the solution. In fact, you may even be doing too much. Sometimes the most productive thing you can do is nothing at all. Okay. All right, beautifuls, that's all for today. I hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, comment down below and let me know. I wish you a magical day. Bye. Hey, beautiful, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.